This is Lorcana Alert, our new weekly video series where we tell you everything that happened, the drama, the news, the happenings of the Lorcana community. It's DLC time for Toronto. It's this week. Friday, I'm driving over to Toronto, and I'm going to go be a floor judge for the Disney Lorcana Challenge. If you see me, come say hi. We got the dates for the set championships for Shimmering Skies. It's going to be every weekend in October, so you have one whole more month to spice up those decks and figure out what you want to play. The DLC isn't going to be your ticket to finding out what's going on because it's not going to be the Shimmering Skies meta. Shimmering Skies is not legal in Toronto, but that's okay because side events, they are legal. And we should be able to see some cool, spicy things that come out of that. Is it going to be the Prince Devine Steel song that does really good, or is it just that Daisy Duck, the hyper aggro that nobody's prepared for? On to my personal collection, I got these cool promo cards from a sealed event that I did this weekend. I got this Chicha, and Chicha's like a $5 card. She's pretty cool. In social media this week, we have some great news over on YouTube. Steadfast, who hadn't made videos for a while, is now committed to making weekly videos about deck guides. He made a deck guide about a blue-purple deck with the new Merlin card, and he talks about all the different spice and the different lines that you can do. I played the deck yesterday. The link is right here at this card, and then you can check out Steadfast YouTube channel in the description of this video. Citizen Lorcana had a podcast with Lorcana Thanos, and they talked mostly about the D23 Expo. Jared from Citizens Lorcana was in the room when they announced Pixar and when they announced Black Cauldron and stuff, so it was kind of interesting to get the inside information from the guy that was there in the room when they talked about it instead of just hearing about it secondhand over Twitter. This week, I found Orion TCG on YouTube, and he made a full story of Lorcana that's encompassing how the flood happened, what's a glimmer, who's the ink, and then he talks about a person called the Curator, which I haven't heard before. It was a good video to watch, super high quality, great music. Go over to Orion TCG's channel, the link is in the description. On Twitter, there's a giveaway hosted by Dysfunctional Pass Holder, and they draw some of the best art. I'm sure that you've seen it. Some people in your locals might have a playmat of theirs. And this is the first time Flounder has been featured in their art style, which I couldn't love more. This playmat is still for giveaways right now. If you're watching this on release date, the link is in the description. On Twitter, they also announced the broadcast team for DLC Toronto. And this time we have a new host. It's Becky from Live Laugh Lorcana. I met Becky's sister at Lorcana Challenge Chicago, and she gave me this sticker. I'm super happy for Becky in that she gets to commentate the DLC Toronto. Over on Reddit, this dude made a Daisy Duck proxy, but it's no duck that we've ever seen. That's right, it's Side Duck. And he was kind enough to make Proxy Sheets. So if you don't want to spend $19 on a Daisy Duck card, you can go ahead and print these out and stick them on your own old cards and have a cute little duck to play with. The link to the Reddit post is in the description of this video. On Instagram, Disney Lorcana posted that it was their 1-year anniversary. How sweet. I can't wait for next year. Wait a second, it already is next year. The meta report for this weekend just has to deal with Daisy Duck. That's right, it's this 1-drop, 1/4 body that survives just about everything. You better believe that in every new set of Lorcana release, Hyper Aggro is going to sneak their way into locals in that first week, so you better watch out. If you're playing Steel Ink, just slide in 4 copies of Fire the Cannons and see what happens. You got to deal with the duck this week. That's all there is. Disney Lorcana Challenge Toronto won't give us an update because Shimmering Skies isn't legal. So you got to check out inkdex.com where you can find all the different reports of hopefully larger tournaments. Sometimes there's only 1 deck that's reported for that tournament, but you can see the top decks that win usually. In the Lorcana market, Lilo has popped off. Lilo was down to a $2 card a couple months ago, and now it's over $9 because Hyper Aggro is doing its thing. If you want to play Hyper Aggro, you need 4 Lilos, you need 4 Maleficents, and you're going to need 4 Daisy Ducks. But that Daisy Duck, ooh, expensive. Just play with the Psyduck. Mufasa is the #1 enchanted from Shimmering Skies because it's probably the coolest one. And Beast Tragic Hero from Rise of the Floodborn is the lowest that it's been in months. It's only $40. If you don't have Beast Tragic Heroes, maybe you should get Beast Tragic Heroes just to play with. I don't know. The card prices will change over the next week as we see what decks win Toronto and when we see other big tournaments reporting what's good in the meta. In this segment every week, we're going to talk about some weird card rulings that I read. But this week, we want to talk about that there's a new comprehensive rules document that was published on August 9th. So if you haven't read that, go read it. You should know what the comprehensive rules say. The new changes are in blue and the moved changes are in yellow. They updated lots of stuff that defines more about what a character is, and then not much else, I don't think. But it's good to read. Good to know, especially if you're a judge. If you have any Lorcana alerts or dramas or news that you want me to know about and talk about in the next Lorcana alert next Wednesday, email me at lorcana707@gmail.com. Ready Set Inc. is now over 725 subscribers. Mwah.